Alright everyone, I thought I'd do a follow-up video on these Duratech wrenches. I decided not to take them to work, and I also decided not to return them. These wrenches aren't too bad. I don't think they'd make it at work on some of the things that I attempt, but for home here they seem to be fine. I actually did a water pump with them and a brake job with them here at the house and had no problem with them. Like I said, I think they're going to make a pretty good home set. If somebody wants to see a follow-up video on these, maybe I'll make an attempt to see how strong they are and maybe break one of these. I see you can buy them single on Amazon, so maybe that's something I'll do in the future if somebody's interested. I'm going to show you some of the other things that I also bought on Amazon. This is some hardware. It's some paint head bolts and some lock washers, or lock nuts I should say, with lock washers on them. These are some hardware that I plan on upgrading my cart with. Get rid of the cheap Chinese hardware that's in it. I think this was a pretty good buy on Amazon. If anybody's interested, I'll try to leave a link in the description in a future video. Let's move on to the next item. This is a RZX nut setter. I'd seen the reviews on these and they were pretty good. I decided to buy one, and the reason why I bought this particular one is because it goes up to 3/8 and 10 millimeter. It was also a little bit cheaper because it did not come with a case, so all the hardware actually comes in a bag. I've used this probably 3 or 4 times and been very happy with it. I managed to upgrade my cart to actually be able to nut and bolt things onto that, and also upgraded my steel bench with this as well, and some interior stuff, making brackets and stuff like that at work. So this has been a really good unit. This is actually all the dies and all the tooling and the nut sets and anything else that you need to operate the unit. Like I said, it comes in a bag and a cardboard box. There is no plastic case for this particular item, but for the price of it, I don't think it was all that bad. It was actually a really good price of like 39 bucks. So it works really good, and like I said, it has had a 5-star review, so it's been a pretty good item so far. And again, if you wanted to see an updated video of that, or that in use, let me know, and I'll try to add a video for that as well. Let's move on to the next item. This is a AMZCNC. This is actually to crimp wires. If you looked at some of my older videos, I actually bought a hydraulic one. And the problem that I ran into, it only goes up to 2-aught. I actually needed one to do 4-aught the other day. One of the guys in the shop actually had one of these. Worked really well. So to cover my butt, I went ahead and bought one of these. They're about 13 bucks. So it could be worth its weight in gold when you're in the position that you need to get a terminal end on it, or you can't get a cable being 4-aught. So this actually really came in handy, and this will work on all kinds of stuff from 8 gauge all the way up to 4 gauge, or 4-aught I should say. So pretty good item. You have to check it out on Amazon, and so what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description if somebody wants to buy one or have me do a video on it, just make a comment on it. I'm going to move on to the next item. This is actually a 5/8 sanding pad. It's 5/16 24. I bought this for my Avid polisher. It has a 6-inch disc on it now, but there were so many options for 5-inch pads. I wanted to go ahead and buy this one and see how it worked out. So this was fairly inexpensive. This was like $6-7. So I don't know if you could see that or not, but like I said, this is on Amazon for about 7 bucks. We're going to move to the next item I bought on Amazon. This is a performance tool. Quick disconnect, 360 disconnect. Vim makes the same particular model. This is actually made for taking fuel line clips off and connectors. This works extremely well. Instead of trying to get your fingers down in there and everything and try to get those off, these work really well. This was about $20 versus $40 from Vim. Alright, we're going to move to the next item. These are a gear wrench, ratcheting wrench with a flex head on it. I bought three particular sizes. This is a 24. I also bought a 20, 21, and also bought a 22. These are extremely long. The reason why I bought these is for suspension work and stuff like that. I do have some longer wrenches, not longer I should say, but some long wrenches, but they're not this long, but they do not ratchet. So that was the reason for buying these, mainly for suspension stuff and stuff like that. But I thought they were a pretty good deal at $40 a piece. I'll go ahead and move on to my next item that I bought off Amazon, and that is a SK quarter-inch socket set. I've had one of these in the past. It was hard to get warranty for it. This just came in real handy. They're actually hard to get anymore, and I always wanted another one after I got rid of it. So I decided to break down and buy one. I bought this one off of Amazon. It was a real good deal. It was $185. It was used, like new condition. These sets go for probably right in the area, probably $200 to $300 if you had to buy them from my wholesale tool dealer. So I think this was a really good deal. This is a 91 848. I'll go ahead and open the box. And you can see right here you got standard sizes up to 9/16, metric sizes up to 15 millimeter. The metric goes down to 5.5. You have a thumb wheel, extensions, ratchet, reducers, and a swivel here. And then this is another reducer to go to 3/8. So I thought this was a really good deal at $185. If anybody else was interested in it, you could probably go on the link and Google the number 91 848 and see if they have any more used. I'm going to move on to my next item that I bought off Amazon. This is a heat gun. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name on this, but you can see the name here. Comes with a number of attachments here. I had one at work and it quit working on me, so I had to go ahead and buy one. This thing was $16 on sale. The reviews are really good on it. They're a 3 to 4 star review, so I went ahead and purchased one. I'm going to give it a try. I wouldn't say that it's the best quality, but for $16 I don't think I could go wrong. And for what I actually use it for, it's not going to be the end of the world if it takes a crap on me. Usually use this to remove vinyl stickers and stuff like that on cars. Usually at work we do have one that the shop has, but unfortunately when multiple people are moving vinyl stickers and everything, it's a pain in the butt to wait and not get a job done or kind of improvise and try to find something else to do. So I bought this. So we'll see what happens and see how long it lasts. I'll try to know an update on it and a review. But there is a number of reviews on these, and from what I've seen, these hold up really well for what they are for 16 bucks. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next item. This is a crimper. This goes from 8 gauge all the way up to 4 gauge. I believe it even goes higher than that. But I purchased it to do 4 gauge because I got myself into buying, like I mentioned before. I'm not sure if that's even legible, but okay, appears the largest die in there is 4 gauge. So it goes from 8 gauge to 4 gauge. I bought this because, like I got myself into mine at work, and I bought a smaller unit. If you looked at it in my other videos, I did a review on one. And I was going to do a follow-up video on it. I haven't got a whole lot of views on the unit itself. But this is actually the same brand as the other one, and it does a really good job at crimps. You have to work at it a little bit. It will put little ears on the corner, and you'll have to rotate it and crimp it a second time to make it look nice. If the ears bother you, I should say. But other than that, it does a really good job. I've actually crimped a couple wires, and I'll show you what the finished product is. And if somebody's interested, I'll do a follow-up video of the crimper in action. These are the crimps from the smaller unit. Like I said, I had to crimp this twice. The second time was just to get rid of the ears on it, like little ears that come out, because it gets smashed in between the die, because the die is probably not the perfect size. And then this was done with this particular unit right here we're looking at right now. You can see that little ear right there. It was larger than that. I used the tool to actually compress it down. But it does a really nice job. I mean, this is not going anywhere. And neither is this one. Like I said, not perfect. But it's not going anywhere. With a little bit of shrink wrap on that, no one's going to see how much of an imperfection it is or not. So same with the other one. It actually comes with a rebuild kit. So if you have any problems with it, and this particular one uses a bolt here to hold it in place. So you take the bolt out, you put your dies in, and then it pushes up against this and locks it in place. So it's a little different than the other one, but this also does larger cable. So that's the difference between these two. This is a larger tonnage unit, I guess you would say. They offer these in 5 ton, 6 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton. I don't know exactly what the ton is on this, but this is definitely a heavier unit for larger cable. So I bought this to do 4-aught. That is the max it'll do. This particular die is a spare that was in it. So during manufacturing or something, they must have dropped a die down in the box or something like that. Not that I have any use for it or anything, but you know, if it happened to get damaged, one of them got damaged or something, it was this particular one. It's nice to have an extra, I guess, you know. That being said, I mean, that's part of the workmanship. It's not the greatest, manufactured in China, but it gets the job done for what little I use it. I'm not really, you know, going to lose any sleep over it. So if anybody wants to see a video on this, I'll do a follow-up video on this and the other one, crimping in action. And I'll show you the other one as well again. Let's take a look at the other one. And this particular one is the same one that I did the video on. So if you want to look at my past videos, you can actually take a better look at this one and determine, you know, if this is something that you could use or want. This goes up from 12 gauge to 2 odd. Like I said, the problem I ran into is I ended up having to crimp a 4 gauge wire or 4 odd cable. And this only went to 2 odd. So that was the reason for buying the second unit. And either one of these were like super expensive. I think they are both right in the area, $39 and $49 each, with a 10% and a 5% coupon for each one of them. So they were fairly inexpensive, and they seemed to do a good job. Like I said, this particular unit did this, so. Like I said, it had to be crimped twice to make it look like this, to give it that hex shape. Otherwise, you'll have 2 little ears sticking off the side because the material gets stuck in between the dies. But all in all, I mean, this is actually a really good crimper. I haven't had any issues with it, and I've done a number of dies with it now, installed converters and stuff like that, and a few battery cables from our accessory equipment, and I haven't had any problem. I've actually done a few winches and a few other things with this, and I haven't had any kind of issues with it. So it's been a really good unit so far. It's only been about a month now. And like I said, if somebody's really interested, I'll do a follow-up video, and I'll show this thing crimping in action and show how I achieved this particular shape. If anybody's wondering how I got rid of the ears. Okay, I think that's it for all the Amazon stuff. I bought a few things off of eBay I'll share with you. And then we'll put an end to this video. And if anybody's interested, just leave a comment below, and I'll do a separate video on any of the items you've seen that you might be interested in. This particular item is a snap-on puller. I've been looking for one of these for a while, and I pretty much have all the accessories for this except for the legs. Occasionally I run into a few problems that I have on pulleys and a few odd things on tractors and stuff like that that have problems getting stuff off. So I've been wanting these longer legs for a while, and finally found one on eBay that was reasonable, and I didn't have this particular bar either. This is a 10.5 inch. I cannot read the number on there with the glare. I want to say it's a CJ116, I believe. But these legs are over 7 inches long as far as pulling capacity. And this bar, like I said, it's 10.5 inches. So I've been looking for one of these for a while. Like I said, I don't use it very often, but the price is right. Just the 2 legs are $200 on Snap-on, over $200 actually. I bought this whole unit for $235, so I thought that was a really good deal. I figured I'd share that with you guys. I'm going to move on to the next item that I purchased. This set of Half Moon wrenches, these are actually made by Carlisle. They're actually Matco wrenches, but Carlisle is the one that makes them. The reason why I bought these is because I have a few Snap-ons that I don't have a full set of, and Snap-on's so expensive. I chose to buy these because they're the same orientation as the Snap-ons as far as the sizes on each end. The other reason that I bought them is it's a complete set. I don't use that many standards, but on occasion I still do on, you know, certain equipment, every now and then on a injection pump or, you know, something weird. I usually only have 2 sizes that I commonly use, but I just wanted a full set and didn't want to pay, you know, $400 or $500 for a set of wrenches. These actually cost me about $75 plus shipping and tax. So I didn't think that was a really bad deal, so I went ahead and purchased them. And they're Matco branded, so, you know, they have lifetime warranty. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Let's move to the next item. I also bought these off of eBay. This was kind of to complete my 1/4" set because there's a few sizes that I was missing. I believe it was a 13. This had a 13 in it, and these are actually 3/8 drive. But some of the dash work that I do, it requires me to be able to retain the nut. So I went ahead and bought these. I don't remember exactly what I paid for these, but this is a 5-piece set. I bought these off of eBay, and I'm going to put them to use. So I have the shallow ones. I needed some deep ones for some of the studs and stuff, and the dash when you pull dashes and stuff like that. But I thought I'd share that with you guys, and I think that's going to be it. And like I said, if there's anything on here that anybody's seen and would like to see a separate video on, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll try to get back to you and post another video. Thank you.